Hi, it's Pat McDonald, your host for Banter and Beans, where we ask the question, what's cooking or brewing in Montpelier? And joining me in studio is Mary Mullally, who is the general manager of one of my favorite places, Hunger Mountain Co-op. Welcome.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. What a job you have. That's so much work. I can't even imagine it.
I love it. It is great.
It's just cool. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, and then we'll talk about the co-op.
Sure. Okay. I am the general manager of the co-op, as you just stated.
Yeah.
I have been there for 20 years this year, and I've held various roles during that time period there.
So OJT for sure, right? You learned the job on the spot.
I did, yes.
20 years. I must say, you don't look like you were there 20 years.
Thank you.
Goodness, that's great. So the co-op is, like what does it have? We were just talking about the cheese. I mean, you can spend a little bit of money there.
A little bit.
Yes, and the food that you have there, to go in and eat prepared meals.
Yes.
That is to die for.
Yeah, and it's so convenient also. So many people just want to have an easy come and get it and
Right.
have it ready, either to eat there or go home, and that's what we aim for. It's convenience there for that.
That's great. So how did this all come about? You were there for quite a few years, obviously, just starting the ropes. How did you start working in one of the departments, or?
Yeah, I started working in the front end actually as a cashier.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's
and then worked my way up, so to
That's
speak, and learned the different functions of the co-op.
And so your job is to make sure everything works smoothly, and food's where it's supposed to be, produce, and
That's it.
Wow.
All of it. I'm responsible for all of it, but we have a huge team, right?
well, I bet that
everybody.
you have to.
Yeah, over just about 200 staff.
In that building?
Yes. Well, not usually all at one time.
No,
but
of course not. You've got the whole week to,
Yeah.
but that is a lot. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Did you have trouble do you have trouble finding staff these days?
It's gotten better, but it was really challenging during the pandemic.
Right.
You know, just like other businesses, we've had similar challenges of hiring and retaining.
Yep.
But it has improved,
Because
thankfully.
I remember when the restaurants, we were camping in Maine when the COVID started, and all of a sudden restaurants were opening Wednesday to, Monday, Tuesday didn't have staff, and
Yeah.
it's gotten to be a problem.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're not impacted so much by it.
We're really happy that it has improved. The food services department, as it seems industry-wide too, has been particularly impacted. But
Because I'm just in my head. I'm going around the store. You've got peanut butter. You've got everything.
everything.
And people leave there with some bags. So I know some people just shop there 100%, right?
True.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's great. And you can be a member.
Yes, you can, but you don't have to be a member to shop there.
Right. But you can be a member, and I know my family has always been, my sister and my mother, they've always been members, and then you can also participate in the co-op, I'm assuming, right? Or
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a member, then that's part of being, part of the cooperative.
Right,
We're a member-owned cooperative. So when you're a member, you get a chance to vote, right?
That's
And we are democratically governed.
Great.
So then you get to vote on who the council is that governs the co-op.
Oh, that's great. Excellent. Did you get impacted by, well, I know you got impacted by COVID because we all got impacted by that.
Yeah.
How did you manage through those years? Because that was pretty hard, wasn't it?
That was really challenging. We were fortunate to be able to remain open because we were considered essential, right?
Yep.
So we did, and still the business and our employees, of course, were really impacted by COVID.
Right. Well, did you do a lot of takeout? Is that how you managed, or how did you get the flow of traffic safe and going around the building?
We were limiting the number of customers in the store at a certain time. We were really encouraging keeping the 6-foot distance.
Yep.
We had a lot of signage in the store.
Great.
Would sometimes cut off access to different aisles so that staff could have time to stock and still remain distant.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it
That's
was
something they don't teach you in...
no. We had to be resilient and adaptable.
They teach you in management school how to do a crisis. Yeah, and didn't now the floods came, were you impacted by that?
We fortunately were not.
Oh, that's great.
We were so thankful for that. And then we could also be a resource for the community.
Exactly.
We were able to collaborate with vendors who wanted to donate, and then we got the product out into the community as quickly as possible for those
Oh,
who
that's
needed
great.
it.
Oh, I bet they all appreciated it because we've interviewed a lot of businesses, and the reason we were having these things is to make sure people know everybody's open.
Yeah.
You know, we're open for business, and
Yeah.
this is the time to come down and help them because of the holidays, and you want them to be successful through the slow months of January, February, March. But that's really, you were up, I'm thinking you're up just high enough or away from the rivers just enough, right?
Just barely.
Wow.
The river was right at the bank and level with the parking lot, and a little bit more, and it would have breached it, but we were safe.
That's great.
This time.
So I think obviously most of your people must come from the immediate area, but do you have people that travel distances to come there? Because there's nothing around except in Burlington like it, is there? I mean, there's not much competition out there.
Yeah, we have people that come to our store to shop from all over Washington County.
Wow.
In fact, 1 in 6 people in Washington County
Oh,
are a
really?
member of the co-op. Yeah, we have 10,000 members.
Oh, that's great. Now, where does like your vegetables and all of the, because you have the most amazing, seriously, vegetables, where do they all come from? Local farmers or distributors from here?
It's a mix, definitely, but we have a strong focus on local. We have 423 local vendors, and a lot of those are farmers.
Ah.
Yes, so
that's great.
we've got a big focus there, and in fact, let's see, we did over $11 million in sales just from local products last year.
Whoa.
And that's almost 40% of our sales.
That's great. That's great.
So yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
'cause
lot of local vendors.
You can't go
produce.
wrong buying those vegetables. They're really,
gosh.
they're marvelous.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
Yep.
it really, there's a few things that stick out. The cheese and the vegetables, everything is great, but the cheese and the vegetable, and well, no, I'll add wine to that. You have a very good wine selection.
Well, thank you. I'll pass
You
that
do?
along to our wine buyer.
Yeah, we like wine, but I guess when did you start like serving the food? Because I know I have friends that just go there all the time and bring the food home for dinner.
Yeah.
Because it's a perfect, and that you didn't always do that.
No,
Did
but
you?
we've been doing it for a while.
Have you?
Yeah, definitely since, I guess it was 2012, I think, that
Oh,
we put
wow.
in the food bar.
Yeah.
And then, we had to really curtail that during COVID.
Right, for sure.
And then, what's it been, a year or so, or maybe a little bit more that we've had
That's
it
great.
back.
Because I don't know why, but I forget it's there, and then when I remember, I go down, but it's not, I have to paste it on the refrigerator door or something. Think about Hunger Mountain. So, and so your employees are from this area too? I mean, are they coming? Because that's 200 people is a lot. And thank you for that.
Yeah, I thank them for that.
Yes, well.
Showing up every day,
That's great.
Many are local, but there are many that travel too. Some as far as like a couple hours away.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Did you have to have any help from the state or anything after, I know you weren't hit directly, but in COVID and in the flood, people probably, you didn't get the same flow that you normally get, I'm assuming. Or because it's food, they came.
Yeah, I mean, we were still
working.
Yeah, the customers were still coming, thankfully.
good.
So
Well,
we're
that's a good
grateful for
thing.
that. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get people to come downtown and to get involved now because there's so much always going on in town.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, today is Friday, tomorrow is on Saturday, and they're having the lighting of the bridges, which is supposed to be phenomenal, and will bring, its intent is to bring people down to down to the downtown, and also to go, up your street and around, and it's great. I love this town.
Me too.
I don't live here, but I come here often enough. It's great,
Montpelier is a great spot.
And you even have, I'm thinking in my head, you have health products. You've got a whole section of facials and all kinds of creams and stuff which are hard to find, and they're all fairly natural. It's all very natural. I think that's part of what you offer there is.
Yes. Yeah, we have buying standards that we adhere to.
Yeah.
So you can be sure that we are, rigorously investigating any product that we're thinking about bringing in. And then we also have vitamins and supplements too, along
Right.
with health and
Yeah,
beauty
right.
aids, like what you're
Great.
speaking to.
And the meat, the meat is just to die for.
The sliced meat.
Yeah, it's really great. And I think most of the frozen, the meat that you sell in the freezer is organic, is it not? Or are there? I buy organic because I'm supposed to.
Yeah. And if it's not, then it's local.
Local. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a mixture of products for
Farm to plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for
For
you.
varying tastes.
Do you meet with these farmers and stuff every once in a while to kind of build a group of people that support you? You said you have quite a few producers and stuff that you deal with. Do you have a meeting of sorts with them so they can feel the co-op spirit? Some kind of song or something.
That's a great idea. I don't, but our buyers are the ones that have a lot of the direct relationship,
of course,
right?
They go out and
make those connections.
What a great. Were you involved in after? Was it? No, it wasn't COVID. Yes, it was when they asked the restaurants to cook meals and they paid for them so that it could go to people that didn't have any resources or any way to make dinners. Did you know they were doing that? It was keeping the restaurants alive, but I was wondering if you were involved in that, because that would, we'll have to find out about that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a great program, and I thought how wonderful to keep the restaurants, because they were sort of
really
struggling. They were struggling because nobody wanted to go out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so are you going to look at expanding that business of yours, which is fabulous?
Well, we're definitely reaching our limits of space capacity.
I bet.
So it's something that we're thinking about, but who knows what the future is going to bring, right? But we are about to, or thinking about anyway, renewing our 10-year vision plan. So that will be a lovely opportunity for the membership and community to be involved in what does the future of the co-op look like in its next 10 years.
I bet they'd be excited for that discussion.
I think so too.
I mean, how do new products come to your attention? Do your members bring them to you, and or how do you find new things? Because there's always something in there that I haven't seen that's new.
Sometimes it is our customers that brings it to us. Sometimes it's vendors showing us their new products.
Right.
So it's kind of a mixture, and then our buyers doing research as well.
And how do they select these things? You just said before they were sort of testing and making sure that what they're promising is what they're delivering.
Right, that they're adhering to our buying policies. And then also, what's the demand from the customers?
Yep.
What's new? What's local that we can, because we have a focus on being able to support our local economy.
I love that. That's a good mission. That's great. And what's really nice, there's plenty of parking, which is at a minimum in the area, just saying a little.
We are fortunate to have the number that we have, and we hear from customers that we don't have enough.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm glad that's your experience.
Oh, no, every time I've always found a parking space, but and maybe it's just the time of day, but that's good. Because there's, it's just, you have to stay there a while anyway, because you have to walk around. Do you know a store just like yours, a Stu Leonard's in Connecticut? And when you were talking about COVID, to keep people apart, they built their store in a circle, so you can't possibly miss anything.
Oh.
And I was thinking, when you did that at COVID, you could go this way, people. Follow the bouncing ball and see all the products, because it's amazing. You've got Poorhouse Pies too, don't you? Is she still doing that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, she's what is her name? Oh my word! She was the chef at Capstone, and she started this Poorhouse Pies, and I saw them there for quite a few years. She may not be doing it anymore, but just local person.
That's it.
Making pies.
Yeah, that's it.
That's great.
We love that.
So what would you like folks to know? We just have a few seconds left to know about Hunger Mountain, and how do you check the website? And
Yeah, definitely. You can go to our website. You can come into the store. You can go to our website at hungermountain.coop.
Yep.
Anybody is welcome to come into the co-op and come check us out.
And if you get to be a member, you get a discount.
You
Or you get some funding at the end. You share in the profits. Was that right?
Yeah, a possible patronage refund, and then also we have member sales too that
excellent.
quickly pay off the $15 a year.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's all it is?
Yeah, that's it.
$15, people.
Yeah.
That's great. And your staff is wonderful, may I say.
Thank you. I appreciate
They're
that.
very knowledgeable, which is, especially talking cheeses. It's very knowledgeable when she starts to talk about what kind of things I like, and it's really great. So anyway, Mary Mullally, I thank you so much for coming. Please check out Hunger Mountain Co-op and buy local. There's lots of stuff to buy. A nice basket for Christmas, right?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, Pat.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
This is Pat McDonald, your host for Banter and Beans, where our tagline is, "What's cooking or brewing in Montpelier?" See ya.